Obviously, the biggest story of the weekend is a baseball story, arguably the top two, but I'm for sure going to give them one, right? The biggest story in baseball this weekend was Giancarlo Stanton being traded to the Yankees. Let's give some context to this. If you've been following me and you've been watching my past videos, and if you haven't, go watch them or listen to previous podcast episodes. If you haven't, go listen. You know there's two guys who I distinguish as should be the premier face of baseball. Right, Mike Trout is without a doubt the best player in the game, and I don't even think there's really a close second to the guy. Is just a monster. Run, hit, field, speed, he's just crazy. But the two guys who can be legitimate poster boys are one Giancarlo Stanton and one Aaron Judge. And why do I say they're poster boys? Right, to be a poster boy of a sport is more than just being the best player in the game. Obviously, Mike Trout is not the poster boy for Major League Baseball, despite being the best player in Major League Baseball. In the NBA, who have been the faces of the league? Yeah, you could say it was Jordan when he was the best player, obviously. Then it kind of transitioned between from Jordan to Shaq to Kobe to LeBron, and LeBron still kind of has the mantle. Tim Duncan was never the face of the league, despite you can make a case a 2-year run where he was the best player in the sport. I can make a case that, despite how great Jordan was right off the bat, he was not the face of his league when he first started. To be a face of a franchise, you need to not only be it talent-wise, statistically put up the numbers to back up you being the face, you have to look the part. And Giancarlo Stanton and Aaron Judge, they look the part. What I mean by they look the part, right? So you have two guys in Stanton and Judge who are 6'6", 6'7", 250 plus pounds, just some grown fucking men, right? Just these huge people. They could have played football, chose not to. They could have played basketball, chose not to. Oh, also, let's not forget the fact of, and someone's gonna call me out on this, I might be wrong, they are some kind of Dominican, what's the other word I'm looking for? Help me out here. Dominican, Puerto Rican, some of that in them, right? I don't know exactly, and someone called me out because I called Jose Altuve the wrong thing, so I just want to, clarify. I don't exactly know, but I know they are of Spanish descent. So let's stick with that. They're guys who can represent the game of baseball because they're what baseball needs. You need the Dominican who could have chose football but decided to stay with baseball, who could have chose basketball, decided to stay with baseball. You always hear about all these guys in the NFL and the NBA is like, oh, he got recruited to play baseball as well, but he chose football. Or, oh, he could have been a two-sport guy, but he chose basketball. I mean, not everyone's going to be Bo Jackson and Deion Sanders and try to actually play both. But hey, when you have guys who look the part, guys who play the part, oh, and now let's not forget, two guys who are going to be on the same team, which is the most recognizable team in Major League Baseball. No offense, Cub fan. And they're going to be back-to-back. They're going to be Bronx Bombers in the Bronx again. The two guys who hit 50-plus home runs are both on the Yankees. This is not only good for the AL East. This is not only good for the American League. This is not only just good for the World Series. This is a great thing for baseball. You're putting two guys who can be iconic figures, truly iconic figures, and you're putting them in New York, the most iconic franchise possible. Do you know the hype and the kind of storm that baseball can brew up if they have 250 home run hitters on the same team? We understand Ruth and Gehrig was a thing, right? We understand the historical impact of those. Mickey Mantle and I'm missing one here. Who did Mantle play with, guys? Help me out. Anyway, if you know who Mickey Mantle was in the leave it down in the comment section because I'm fucking up right now. We understand the importance of Jeff Kent and Barry Bonds. We understand the importance of with Ken Griffey Jr. and Alex Rodriguez were first playing together. When you have that kind of power, that kind of talent, that kind of pure star power in a 3 and 4 hitter, and Not to be cliche, but chicks love the long ball, and the home run is still going to always be the most exciting thing in baseball because it attracts the casual fans. Stanton and Aaron Judge in the same place? What do you do with that? Like, what do you do with that? I'll tell you what you do. The Yankees capitalized on the NFL losing some fans due to some what people consider controversial. The NBA currently kind of in the same boat. Baseball had one guy kneel for the national anthem, and he's no longer going to be on an opening day roster. Understand me, I'm not trying to make this video about a stance on kneeling for the flag. I'm simply stating that when you have an aspect of your business that is going to pull people away for whatever reason, other businesses will capitalize. And the Yankees and Major League Baseball are going to capitalize on the fact that they will have possibly the two biggest stars in the game playing in New York. Along with what that brings future stars to New York, because Giancarlo Stanton is playing on a ridiculously cheap contract for what would be his services. Like, understand, Bryce Harper's probably going to touch like $350 million this offseason. So the fact you're getting Stanton for about $27 million a year, and I think the peak years of the contract, like in the 28 millions, the Yankees are getting a steal. And they're about to steal all of the headlines, all of the glamour, and they're putting it right back in New York where they and Major League Baseball want it. If you liked anything that you heard or saw and you want to join the Hard Ass community, don't forget to leave a like down below and also subscribe for more videos.